Preston, your Mississippi State's Friday night starter. How good does that feel, even if it wasn't what you expected?
It's pretty good. Being a starter feels good. It feels bad. You know how it happened and everything, and was content with the Saturday night, and things happen. So it feels pretty good just to start for the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
And then you give up a leadoff home run. I mean, how did you kind of settle down after that? Because after that, it seems like after that first inning, you really did well.
Their 1 through 3 is really good. I made a few pitches that, they did hit, and I made a few pitches that, were bad, and they made me pay for it. So it was just kind of like Coach and me talked about, just focusing up and just staying in the zone and just grooving.
Dating back to even Vanderbilt last year in the College World Series, it just seems like you get better and better as the game goes on. But what goes into that? You think?
Really, I think just like you said, just focusing in. Going in the game, feeling your pitches, feeling your body, get down the mound, which is something that have to work on. I need to be fresh in the first inning as I am in the 5th or 6th. And that will continue to get better and help me grow farther into the game. So,
done a lot of pitches the last 3 weeks since you became a starter. How comfortable are you feeling, kind of stretching out a little bit?
I feel fine. I mean, it is early, but my arm feels good, and I've done it my whole life, so it's nothing new to me.
I know it's a little warmer today than it will be the rest of the weekend, but 102 pitches. Do you feel like maybe if you were in an SEC weekend, you had a little more left, maybe you had another half inning in you?
I could always go, however long. But for the team's sake, just playing it smart, looking at the end goal, that's about as far as, I think me and Coach want to go.
How important is it to consistently give your team 5, 6, 7 innings every week?
It's just, trying to go out there and be a good teammate, give our team the best chance of winning, just having fun and, just doing your thing.
What pitches did you feel like was working for you today?
Today was kind of a rarity. I had all 4 that, I kind of felt like I could go to any count, any batter, right or left. So it was a pretty good day.
Seemed like you had a handful of change-ups that you were able to land successfully for a strike without slowing down your arm speed. I know that's something you're really proud of. How much have you worked on that, and how happy are you to be able to have that in your arsenal to throw on any count?
I love it. That's one thing when I was a starter before I got here, that was one of my best pitches, and what I love to throw. And being a reliever last year, I know we talked about not getting to throw the 3rd and the 4th pitch. So it feels good to have that ability to come out and start and have the ability to throw it.
What have you seen from Cade Smith?
He's electric. He's one of the best pitchers I've ever been around. Being that young, he's got really good stuff. He's got a pretty good head on his shoulder when he's out on the field, and he just competes.
Lamona's talked about the team talking about next man up with the current injuries. How prepared were you to step into this role, and how do you think your teammates are for the roles that are left open right now?
I feel confident in my teammates. I feel confident in myself. Like I said, it's a blessing from the Lord that I'm even starting. But like going back to Friday night, that's Landon's job. That was his guy. And it's just one of those things we're going to have to step up as a team and as a staff to, get some wins under our belts and throw some good innings.
Fewer nerves than last time?
Definitely. I was definitely praying a lot more this time. And I can't remember who it was, but he was like, man, just forget it. Like, it's just like throwing on Saturday. I was like, man, it's a little more nerve-wracking. So definitely, praying a lot and just trying to keep myself centered.
How much confidence does it give you having an offense who can put up 11 runs on any given night?
It feels good. Starting out the season a little slow, we knew that it was there, and the dugout and the clubhouse never really doubted. We always had a positive attitude. We knew it was going to come around, and like you see, we have one of the best hitting staffs in the nation. When we're hot, so this feels good.
All right.
Thanks, Presto.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Good job.
I ain't never been in here before.
You've been playing a little possum, and then all of a sudden here the last week kind of broke out a little bit. Lamona said you're having some good at-bats in practice. What would you kind of characterize the turnaround to as of late?
To be honest, I was just low on some confidence in the beginning, and I think that for every hitter, confidence is just so freaking important. And once you have your head on your shoulders and you got confidence that you're going to go up there and succeed, you tend to succeed a lot more. I made some small adjustments to my swing, but it's mostly up here. And that's what baseball is. It's just mostly up in your head.
So many of those initial outs were hard hit balls that just found gloves. How frustrating was that for you early on?
I mean, it's frustrating, but you know, it was hard at first, but you know, it's about perspective because there's so many more things that's worse than going over your first 16. I promise you. So you know, I was looking for that first one, and it just seemed like it wouldn't fall. But at the same time, like I said, there's so many worse things in the world than going over 16. And who am I to get mad about hitting a ball 100 miles an hour and somebody catching it? Like, who cares, bro? It don't even matter.
How good did it feel to get that first one then?
It felt really good. I think Coach Lamont is forgiving. He gave me a 3-0 green light, and I was sitting there and I was like, he really give me that? And I was like, I pretty much made up my mind before the pitch thought I was swinging no matter where it was. So, you know, sometimes that's all it takes. It's just a 3-0 green light and piecing up a ball to get the bat going, get some confidence.
You talk about that confidence too. It takes a lot of confidence to come up there with runners in scoring position with 2 outs and get the hits that you had today. You had 3 of them. Just what were you thinking going in those at bats?
I was just trying to hit a laser beam, to be honest. I mean, when I'm good, I don't think. So I literally get in there and I'm trying to hit this ball hard. And with 2 outs, you know, you're looking for certain pitches, and I ended up getting those certain pitches. But just getting in the box and clearing your mind, just having confidence in yourself. I mean, that's been the biggest thing for me, and that's a big thing for all hitters, I think.
That last time up, did you think you walked on ball 3 or something? No,
I definitely thought I did. I got back in, I was like, dude, if I strike out, I'm going to be mad.
How much fun is it to have 7 ribeye steaks next to your name in the box score?
It's fun, but I care about winning more. I want to, you know, losing, it makes me mad. It just ruins my day when we lose. So when we win, you know, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm trying my best to help us win, but at the end of the day, if we win, I'm a happy fella, so that's all that matters to me.
Those at bats in Omaha, you know, the big home run against Virginia, hit one against Vanderbilt as well. How did you feel like that kind of helped you carry over into this season, even with the slow start that you had?
I mean, not really. I think that this year and last year is 2 totally different years, but I see what you're saying as far as like having like, okay, you know what I did, I'm capable. So yeah, I think as far as a confidence perspective, yeah, I think that definitely helps.
You guys have been feast or famine too. It's like it's double-digit runs one night, and the next night you kind of scuffle a little bit. How do you consistently put it together where you guys can be maybe a little more consistent as an offense?
I mean, if I knew the answer, I'd tell you baseball is just like that. We have struggled with consistency this year, but I think we've gotten tremendously better from game 1 to game whatever this is now. So I think just getting better every day and staying more consistent and everybody and hitting and pitching and bullpen, doesn't matter. I think that we've gotten a lot better in all of it so far.
Interested in your thoughts, being a freshman last year in the league. What have you seen from Hunter Hines and what he's been able to do in his spot as a true freshman?
That kid is nuts. Y'all watching tape BP? Dude, that stuff's impressive. He's doing some whack stuff out there. Just imagine him as a junior. That's gonna be crazy.
Did you know much about him being from, you know, around the Jackson area coming up?
Let me tell you. So I played him in high school, and I played at Brandon. He played at Madison Central. And I give him crap all the time because I ain't never lost to Madison Central. But when I pitched against him, he was about the only one that got a hit off of me. So he always has that could throw at me. But yeah, he's been good for a while. I think he'll stay good. He's an awesome dude, and I guess an even better baseball player. So good for him.
What does it say about a freshman hitting 3-hole in major college baseball?
I mean, Coach Lamont is going to put dudes out there to produce, and he freaking produces. So he's going to be out there.
Anything else?
Thanks, Kellum.
All right.